4-year, $117 million max deal. Sources telling our Adrian Wojnarowski to unload salary to make the deal work. The Warriors would deal Andre Iguodala, and a 2024 protected first-rounder to the Grizzlies. We got Woj back with us to discuss this. We say it's close, Woj. What's holding this up at this point?
Well, these are always complicated. You have a lot of moving parts. You need a lot of people to agree on it, from Kevin Durant's group to D'Angelo Russell, and of course the two organizations. But I'm told there's confidence that it's on its way toward completion before July 6th, the end of the moratorium. And so, that will put D'Angelo Russell in Golden State, and the Nets will probably get some kind of draft compensation for helping to accommodate D'Angelo to get to the team he wanted to get to, the Warriors.
All right, speaking of the Warriors, after a year there, DeMarcus Cousins, free agent again, after averaging over 16 points in 30 regular season games for Golden State last season. What's the latest on DeMarcus? He's playing the waiting game right now. I think DeMarcus Cousins needs to see which teams here miss out in free agency, teams who don't get their plan A or plan B, and he may be plan C, but this is still a player who showed this year in Golden State when he was healthy and on the floor, and coming off the Achilles injury, which was, significant, especially for a player of his size, how productive he was in the minutes he played on a team where, he wasn't the first or second or third or even sometimes the fourth option on the floor, that he can still, with a team, be very, very productive. Is he going to be an all-NBA player again? Maybe not, but this is still a player who might be a real value pick in free agency for someone who just has some need to score the ball, help at that center position, and it may not cost a great deal. He's probably looking potentially at another one-year deal somewhere.
He was going to be a max guy a couple years ago. That's not the case anymore after the injuries. We'll see how it plays out for Boogie Cousins. Woj with us all day here as we keep you updated on NBA free agency. And Wimbledon has begun as well. The first match in center court, Novak Djokovic, the reigning defending champion, gets the honors. There he is, big smile. Warm welcome from the crowd there. Taking on Philip Kohlschreiber. Djokovic won the first set. Second set, more competitive, 5-all. That one will sail wide for Kohlschreiber, so Djokovic all fired up, and then just a little too big there, so he goes up 2-0. And we're quickly hustling along to match point for Djokovic. Just how you want to get through your early rounds. Straight sets, 6-3, 7-5, 6-3. Novak Djokovic, no problem with Philip Kohlschreiber. And that win today now makes Nole 15-0 in opening matches at Wimbledon, tied with Boris Becker for the best record among men in the Open era. Djokovic faces American Denis Kudla on Wednesday in the second round. Jay?
David, best of the early first round women's matchups at Wimbledon. Madison Keys taking on Luxika Kumkum. Keys took the first set, in control in the second. It was a rally. Check out Keys, ranges to her right and drops the forehand right there. Closes it out, wins in 2 sets, 6-3, 6-2. Simona Halep and Alexandra Sasnovich. Halep won the first set, trailing in the second. They exchanged backhand. Sasnovich's shot is going to go long. Halep fights her way back, would take the point, tie it at 5. Now match point. Sasnovich gets Halep tied up, but Halep is going to reach back, and I don't know where she's going to pull this shot from, but she does it. Later, flies to the net, nicely done. Halep wins in 2 sets, 6-4, 7-5. And this match just ending. Naomi Osaka, world number 1. Yulia Putintseva, match point. Osaka out. Putintseva improves to 3-0 in her career against Naomi Osaka. She's never dropped a set to Naomi Osaka, the world number 1, out at Wimbledon. All right, Serena Williams. She can make some history this year. If she wins Wimbledon, she will tie Margaret Court for the most Grand Slam titles in women's tennis history. Williams hasn't won a major singles title since the 2017 Australian Open. David?
To the NFL now, ESPN's Todd Archer reporting that Cowboys running back Ezekiel Elliott will meet with Roger Goodell tomorrow at the league office in New York. The subject, an incident in Las Vegas in May in which Elliott was handcuffed and briefly detained. Elliott was at a concert where he was seen on video from TMZ Sports arguing with his girlfriend, then getting into a brief confrontation with a security guard, bumping the guard who fell to the ground. Elliott could be fined and/or suspended under the league's personal conduct policy. He was suspended 6 games in 2017 after an alleged incident with a former girlfriend.
Up next on SportsCenter, we go live to Brooklyn for reaction to Kyrie and KD joining the Nets. And while one player is invoking Elmo in response to their arrival. Really? Elmo? Okay. With all the changes to teams like the Nets, it was a really bad Elmo. What does it mean for the balance of power in the East? Nets, Celtics, Sixers? We will discuss. Need to work on Elmo.